Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to be cooking. My parents are out of town, so I took it upon myself to cook something for my siblings and I. I think cooking is an important life skill to have, but I think what deters me from it is the fact that I just don't know. Like my parents, they know what temperature to put the oven on, they know how much seasoning to add, they know when to flip it over, they know recipes off the top of their head, and I'm someone who needs to read something to the T to make something even remotely edible. So I thought it would be great to kind of start practicing a little bit more. I found this recipe off of TikTok and I'm gonna put it right here on the screen, but it's just these honey garlic steak bites on top of mashed potatoes. So yeah, let's get started. Like I said, I follow a recipe word for word, so I'm gonna be looking at it on my phone while I'm doing this. The first thing that I'm gonna do is wash these off so I can start cutting them. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is cut these up into little pieces. I don't know if this is the right knife to use. Oh, I'm scared. I think I'm gonna use scissors instead. I never really learned how to properly cut with the knife, so every time I use it, I feel like I'm gonna cut my fingers off. Am I supposed to keep this part? This whole setup reminds me of that one Disney Channel show. It was like Z Franck or something with the talking dog and then the cat. So yeah, I don't really know what this part is for, but I'm gonna cut it off because it doesn't look necessary. I feel like it might add flavor or something maybe. Either way, it's going in the garbage. Okay, so I'm cutting them up into pieces like this. I'm gonna cut this part off because it looks like just fat. I'm kind of nervous to be cooking meat though because I have like this huge irrational fear that I'm gonna give myself food poisoning at any given moment whenever I cook. So I always like burn my stuff to make sure that it's actually cooked, even though I could just easily use a thermometer. It gives me peace of mind, I guess. Ew. I wanna make sure I don't have any fat, so I'm cutting off a lot of the white parts. I don't know if all of it is fat. I'm cutting all of this off. Okay. My hands. After being forced to watch that movie with Gwyneth Paltrow where it was like COVID before COVID, where it all started because of cross-contamination, I also have a fear of cross-contaminating my food. Okay, so this is what it's all looking like. Now I need to season it. Montreal steak seasoning, garlic salt, parsley flakes, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper. Okay, so I'm gonna season it with all of these and I'm gonna do it in a bowl so that it's easier. So the recipe that I'm following on TikTok, she doesn't include the measurements and that's my problem. Like I won't know just how much to put in here. So I'm gonna find another recipe that hopefully can tell me how much I'm supposed to be putting to season these. Bro. None of these recipes are telling me how to season it. Okay, so either these recipes aren't showing me the measurements or they're not using the same seasoning that the girl did on TikTok and I like the combination that she used. So I'm just gonna wing it. So this is steak, so I feel like I need a good amount of steak seasoning. I was always taught just to season until you're covering all the food, but I don't know if that applies to all of these. Ugh. Okay, garlic powder. We also have garlic salt, so I know that I don't need to put as much of this in there because I'm using this. I'm just gonna do a little bit of the garlic salt. Ah, this is scaring me. Black pepper. And then I know parsley is more of like a garnish. I think you more so use it for like presentational purposes. I like the look of parsley, so I'm gonna do a good amount. I feel like parsley makes your food look like 1,000 times better. Okay, so I seasoned it. Now it's time to mix it. Okay, this is what it's looking like. And now I'm just gonna use my hands to mix it all in. Whenever my dad's cooking, he always like licks his fingers to see if the seasoning is right. I refuse to do that. So this is what we're working with. I'm not sure if I need to add more. I think once it's cooked a little bit, then I'll taste it and then I'll see what I can add. But for now, this is it. So I'm gonna leave the steak like this because I think the potatoes take a little bit longer to cook. So I'm gonna start those. I don't know how many potatoes I need. These aren't very big. Like at all. So maybe like 6. No, but that's not a lot. It's okay. We just won't have leftovers because I also don't know how people can measure their food in terms of like how many guests they're feeding, because I think this is enough for me and my siblings. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more just to be safe. So I'm gonna clean all these off first and then I'm gonna start peeling them. Ew. I'm trying to, ew, bro, this looks so gross. All the like brown spots. I think it's just the eye of the potato, but still. Okay, I need to start the water for the potatoes. Now I have to actually use the knife and cut these potatoes up. So I'm just gonna cut them into like 4ths maybe. If this fails, we're eating cereal for dinner. So I cut the potatoes and I'm waiting for the water to boil. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna get started on the steak because I don't know how long that can sit out for. Okay. After you flip, add your thyme and base for another minute. What do you mean base? What base? 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 So I can add the potatoes in now because the water is boiling. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna turn it on medium while it boils, and then I just do it until it's soft. Now, I need to start this. Oh, I think I should mix this. Wait. I really don't. I'm gonna let it sit out here for like just a second. And now it's time for the steak. I'm so nervous because I always overcook my meat. Like I literally cook it until it's burnt because I don't want to see any pink. I don't want to see any blood. But this recipe is medium well. So let's see. Add the oil. Don't know how much. I feel like that's good. I'm gonna use this thingy. Okay. I'm just mixing that around. The recipe says to cook it on high for 1 to 2 minutes and then flip it over. I might add a little bit more seasoning because I have a problem with under seasoning in hopes to not over season it, but then it's just not seasoned. And then once they're done, I'm gonna put it in this pan so I can wash this pan because it's the only big enough pan that we have, I think. So then I can make the little like honey concoction thing. I think I need to like move it around a little bit. I think I should have added more seasoning. For the amount of steak I have, I don't think it was enough. 10 seconds. Okay, now I need to flip it. This is looking kind of good, bro. My arm's getting tired. Now, another 2 minutes. My hand is cramping. Yeah, that's not soft. I said I was afraid of cross-contamination, but like this is my whole setup of utensils. Why is it doing that? Stop, 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 stop. What is that? I think I'm gonna cook it for a little bit longer than 2 minutes because it's still kind of pink. Okay, so that's the 2 minutes up for both sides. But I think I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit longer because like, that makes sense for medium well. I think I like my stuff well done. I don't like knowing that what I was eating was like alive. Ew, there's blood. I also don't want to dry it out though. I'm gonna try some to see if I need to add any seasoning to it. Yeah, that needs seasoning. Like a lot more seasoning. Oh my god. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil in there. Okay, I'm gonna cook it on low just so that I can marinate a little bit because I don't want to dry out the steak. Bro, do some. If my siblings hate this, I'm gonna go cry. Like, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I've spent like 2 hours in here so far. And if they don't like it, I have to marinate it a bit in like the honey stuff. So I'm gonna put it in here for now. How long are these supposed to? Oh my god, they're soft. Okay, I think they're like too soft. Okay, yeah, these are very soft. Oh, I forgot to add the thyme. I'm gonna add this when I marinate it because I forgot to add it when I was actually cooking it. Into a clean pan, add butter, minced garlic, teriyaki, and honey. I don't know how much. I think I'm just gonna do as my heart desires. Let me pour this in here first. So maybe, I know a little bit of minced garlic goes a long way. A tablespoon maybe. I don't know how much a tablespoon is now that I'm saying that. I'm gonna do that much and I'm gonna hope for the best. I accidentally started overcooking the steak here because I should have made the honey mixture separate. I've never made mashed potatoes before, and because the recipe doesn't give me instructions, I'm having to look it up. Bro, I don't need your life story. Okay, you wanna tell me how much I need to add? I can't stand these recipes online. You're not cooking until I finish the potatoes. Okay, I think I should have done this when they were still hot. Okay, they're still kinda hot. I need to look up a YouTube video. Ooh, okay. 2 pounds of russet potatoes. I'm gonna assume my 6 potatoes were 2 pounds. 3/4 cup of water. Okay, I did that. 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Do I add it in now or? Sean! Okay, so I already made them and now I'm mashing them up. When I add the whipping cream, do I put it back in a pot or can I do it in the bowl? Oh, okay, and then they're just done? 5 tablespoons of butter, which I would say is probably just a scoop of this. This is what I mean, like I need directions and I need measuring. I can't just be like, okay, yeah, like 5 tablespoons. No. Oh my God, this looks so bad. Bro, I don't think I'm doing this right. I had a feeling my downfall was gonna be on the potatoes. This doesn't look good. Oh my God, this is so chunky. They don't taste bad, they just don't taste seasoned. How do I make it creamy?
One eternity later.
I do think the lack of water played a big part in why I was struggling so much, but I did eventually get the potatoes to a decent consistency, so this is me just plating the meal. And I think I've been watching too much Next Level Chef with my mom because look how serious I am trying to get this presentation right. Bro, I made a mess. Okay, this is what it looks like. It doesn't look like the recipe exactly, but like, she looks kind of good. The potatoes are a sore subject, but we'll work on those. Okay. Ah! The potatoes are cold by now after I spent like literally an hour trying to cook them, so they're not warm. But that's good. Not as juicy as I would have liked it to be. I think I cooked it for a little bit too long. Yeah. I have so much to clean. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you stayed all the way until the end, let me know in the comments if you have any recipe recommendations for me to try out next time. And if you know how to make good mashed potatoes and any tips and tricks you have for me, please. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.